Fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off the checkout at c4energy.com. On Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the widest array of content here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're first to know when new episodes are available. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Podcast, where we are featuring the athletes of the 2023 CrossFit Games semifinals. And with us this afternoon is Carson Wolfe. Carson, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm super excited. You're in one of the training camps that I love to follow the most. I love the Kotlers. I love Kiefer. So I'm excited to get to know you as one of their athletes.
Yes, love Underdogs athletics. They're great.
So you are really new to this sport.
Yes.
When looking at your athlete page, you started your first open in 2021.
Yep.
And in just 3 years, you are going to your first semifinals. So let's go in the Wayback Machine. What is your athletic background?
So I was a gymnast growing up. I started when I was like 5. So I was a gymnast for about 8 years. Did that competitively, had a couple of severe injuries, and that's kind of what led to my retirement in gymnastics. And then after gymnastics, I started doing diving competitively, and I was pretty good at that. Did it pretty competitively. Had a couple freak accidents. Just wasn't very fun anymore after that. So I retired from that, and that's kind of when I got into CrossFit.
All right. So I come from a swimming and diving background.
Okay.
So freak accidents entices me into a follow-up question. My sister was a diver. I was a swimmer, but always wanted to be a diver. Okay. So my senior year, just a quick story. My coach in my senior year, we were going up against someone that we either knew we couldn't beat or knew we were going to beat regardless. And we got to pick whatever event we wanted to do. And I picked diving. So I dove in one meet in my senior year in high school. With
no practice, you just went straight into it?
Yeah, I used to just mess around on a diving board and do crazy stuff when I was in high school. So it was just fun for me. And I actually got disqualified in the meet because I crow hopped on the board and I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, they'll get you on all that stuff.
So my sister has hit a board. She hit the drain at the bottom of the pool with her face. Like, she's done a lot of things. So what freak accidents did you have on a diving board?
So my first one, I was at sectionals. I was in the lead by a lot. I had like 2 more dives left. I was like, okay, I got this in the bag. I just can't mess up horrendously. I go to do one of my more difficult dives, which was a reverse 1.5. And I opened up a little bit too early, smacked both my hands on the diving board, broke all 8 of my fingers, every one's but my thumbs, a couple bones in my hands. So they were just pretty mangled, bunch of dislocations, not a pretty sight, scared everyone else in the rest of the meet.
Oh my gosh. And I take it you did not finish.
I did not finish. I asked, I was like, can I continue? They're like, no, you're done. You gotta go to the hospital.
Oh, yeah. I broke my thumb my sophomore year, and just diving from the deck into the water hurt so bad.
Yes.
I thought I was going to die. So I can't even imagine all 8 fingers.
Yeah, it was not fun.
So was that the injury that ended your career?
Nope. So I went back to diving, got all my dives back, and then it was probably like 4 months later, after I had recovered from my injury and everything, I was doing an inward 1.5 and dove right onto the diving board. I had to get 10 staples in my head, scared my parents half to death again. And after that, I went back to diving for a little bit, just to kind of get over the fears. I didn't want to just quit and be like, I have all these fears with this. So I went back, got over those fears, realized like it just wasn't fun anymore. I wasn't enjoying myself. So I decided to retire from that.
Yeah. My sister got facial stitches from the bottom of the pool. I don't think she ever got stitches from hitting the board, but she probably didn't hit it as hard as you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never did that, thank God. I just had fun and I just loved flipping and spinning in the air.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, I don't recommend doing it. It was not a fun time.
yeah. Yeah. So you're a gymnast and what I find funny is, everybody's like CrossFit's dangerous, CrossFit's dangerous. Every gymnast I've had on has had like some kind of severe injury
Yeah.
that ended their career. Like
Yeah.
that seems way more dangerous than CrossFit.
Yeah, I have not, knock on wood, I have not had a serious injury in CrossFit yet. Of course, I have these aches and pains here and there, but so far I've been pretty injury free.
So gymnastics and diving give you this incredible body awareness.
Yes.
Although I'm starting to rethink that if you can't kept hitting the board.
Yeah, it's questionable.
So I've watched some videos of you. You are very good on your hands. I'm
Yes.
assuming that comes from the gymnastics days.
Hmm.
And that seems to be where your strengths are. So if you had to analyze yourself, would you say that what are your strengths and weaknesses in the CrossFit game?
I'd say my biggest strengths are Olympic lifting. I'm a very good Olympic lifter. And then like walking on my hands would be probably like my second biggest strength. But my biggest weakness is definitely running and just like my engine. So that's what we've been working on the most.
Okay. So speaking of Olympic lifting, I saw this and it was mighty impressive.
Thank you.
So just so people get aware. So this is a hang clean at 240.
245.
Sorry. Forgive me for
Yeah.
changing you those 5 pounds because you deserve it. But dang. Easy jerk.
Yes, jerking is definitely one of my strengths. And I think that also kind of comes with gymnastics, just great overhead.
And so your shoulder strength from walking on your hands, from handstand holds, because I saw a
Yeah.
handstand hold in one of your videos and you were like there forever.
Yeah.
I thought they paused the video.
That is definitely thanks to gymnastics that I could do that.
So what made you okay, do you know who Wad Zombie is?
Yes.
So he's a regular listener of ours and he likes to joke and so Carson hit the board again, coach.
That's pretty much exactly how it went.
Yeah. So what made you find CrossFit in the first place?
A couple of the people that I was going to church with, they did CrossFit classes and was just kind of encouraging me to do it since I didn't have much to do with my time after diving. And I was like, I might as well go check out a CrossFit class, see what it's all about. So I did my first CrossFit class at like the end of 2019. And then, of course, COVID happened, kind of worked out at home a little bit. And then 2021 came around and I was like, okay, I really like this. I'm good at it. I may as well try a little bit harder here, maybe make a quarterfinal.
And sure, I think you did that in all 3 years you competed.
Yes. Yes, I have.
And steadily getting better in each one of those years. In 21, you were 765th at quarters.
Yes,
in 22, you were
right.
269th. Big jump. And then a massive jump to this year when you finished 41st in North America West.
Yes.
So there comes a point. One, I think a lot of people your age were stunted because you didn't get to compete live because COVID took away a year and a half of live competitions.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that really, and it stopped you from starting, actually getting like fully into it.
Yeah. So I've done one individual competition. It was Iron Games right when I moved out to Vegas about 6 months ago is when I did that. So that was like my first real individual competition.
And you took fourth.
Yes, I took fourth. Yep. I going into it, I was like, my goal is just not to go out and embarrass myself. I really had no confidence in what I was doing. I had no expectations. So definitely exceeded them there.
So COVID's over. You dive into CrossFit a little bit more.
Hmm.
At what point did you say, man, I could be good at this and I need to move to where I can get the most help?
Yeah, it all came around really fast. So I started kind of seeing a big jump in my improvement after quarterfinals in 2022. And that's kind of when I was like, I need to hone in on this, find a coach. So it took me to the beginning of summer in 2022 when I found Kiefer and started working with Underdogs Athletics. And I loved working with him. We worked together for a few months. I came out to Vegas in August 2022 to take a week to visit and see how I liked it out here. Loved it. Wanted to make the move, and I moved at the end of September then.
Awesome. So I know when I've talked to Justin in the past, I haven't talked to Kiefer as much. I've talked to him a few times,
Hmm.
but I know like they don't just take people on, right? It has to be the right fit for them.
Yes. Yeah.
So what was that process like? Was that the week that you kind of went out there and hung out to kind of see if it was a good fit for you and a good fit for them?
So this is kind of funny. The week that I came out to visit, I was just getting murdered in every single workout. The intensity was so much higher. Being in a new environment, I think just obviously made me very nervous and overwhelmed. So that whole week of training was just brutal. And I was so tired. I was like, man, this is hard. So when I came out to visit, I was like, they probably don't even want me to move out here anymore after what they just saw of a train wreck of a week. And then I kind of talked to Kiefer when I got home, and I was like, this is what I want to do, and I would love to move out there. If that's a possibility, then that's what I want to do. And he was like, absolutely. Like, we definitely see something in you. And I love everybody at Underdogs, and I think it was a great fit for me out here.
So is Kiefer still like your primary coach?
Yes, yes. He's my primary coach.
So you're like, Justin isn't good enough. I need Kiefer.
I love Justin too. He definitely helps out with us. We're all in the gym together, but he has his hands full with all of his athletes as well.
Right, right. I'm just giving him crap because I can. So you go to Vegas and you grew up in Illinois.
Yes.
Um, I have to ask because I don't even know if you can see it, but like there's a Bears helmet right there.
Okay. Yes, I see it.
Like I'm a massive Chicago Bears fan.
Okay. I'm not a big sports person outside of CrossFit, but if I had to
Carson,
choose a team, it would be the Bears just because I'm from there.
Carson, come on.
I know. I know.
We're just starting to get good. We maybe you got to get on the bandwagon now.
Yes, I do.
So, so you go to Vegas. What was it that attracted you there most? Was it Vegas, the town, or Vegas, the camp?
Definitely Vegas, the camp. I mean, obviously, getting out of the Midwest winters wasn't all bad. I would rather have the heat than the cold, but the Underdogs camp is just it's like a family, and I knew moving away from my family, this would be like my first big move, and being on my own, I wanted that family atmosphere, and just like having people around has been amazing, and that's really what's gotten me through being by myself out here.
So we've got Tim Wolfe saying, "Go Bears."
That's my dad.
Tim, you're the best. Thank you so much for the $4.99, and that will go into the Justin Fields Fund. So your dad's online. So you have a supportive family that are all in on you making this move and doing everything you can
Yes,
to be a
they're
pro
amazing.
athlete.
They're so supportive about it. Yeah, they're the reason I'm here.
That's awesome. And so you're, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but you're going to Pasadena.
Yes.
How many people are you bringing with you?
So I'll have my whole immediate family, which there's 4 others, not including me. And then I'll have all of my friends from Underdogs going out there, especially since there'll be multiple of us competing. So that'll be super awesome. Um, Other than that, I'm not quite sure yet, but I know I'll have a big support crew out there.
How loud is that crew going to be?
Oh, they better be really loud. They better have no voice by the end of the weekends.
So, I've been to Vegas. I want to come out and do some stuff in the off season. It's just been crazy couple years, but Ashley tries to convince me to move there at least once a month.
Yep, I can definitely see her doing that. She's a pro at convincing people to move.
I think when I talked to Kiefer, like she was trying to set him up on dates
Oh my gosh,
before
yeah.
he made the move, just to get him to move to Vegas.
Yes. Yeah, she doesn't take no for an answer.
And so what is that atmosphere like, right? They're great athletes, they're great coaches, but it seems like it's the one camp that is this family atmosphere.
Yes. Yeah, so
And
it's go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, the atmosphere is it's honestly something that I've never experienced. My home or my gym back home, CrossFit 309, they were great. That was definitely family atmosphere as well, and that's kind of what I was looking for moving out to Vegas. And I was so lucky to find that and just like kind of fit right in. And it's hard competing against your competitors every single day, but the supportive atmosphere and the just the encouragement that you get from those athletes is unreal.
Yeah. So your dad says it's the wolf pack.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kenneth says the strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf.
That's good. I've never heard that one before.
There. It might make a cool t-shirt.
You know, Wolf is a great last name for t-shirts. That is what I have found out.
Yeah. And I don't think Kenneth would mind if you stole that quote from him.
Yeah.
So have you had the opportunity to eat Justin's cooking?
I haven't. I've been waiting. I have not had the opportunity yet, but it's been everyone's been saying how good it is, so it better live up to the hype.
Yeah, I've never had it either. I went to his house for dinner one time and we ordered in.
Oh,
And
he
I had
didn't
heard
even make
all
you
these like
famous. Yeah.
I heard about the famous cooking and all that. Now it
Mm-hmm.
was just after semifinals in 2021. He may have been tired.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I need to get back out there where I get to sample some of the smoking because I hear he is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes, that is what I've heard as well.
Wad Zombie wants to know, have you heard him sing?
Yes, he's a very good singer. Sometimes we'll be in the middle of a Metcon and he'll start singing, and everyone's like, "Who is that?" Because no one else in the gym has a good voice besides him. Kiefer will try,
So
but he never succeeds.
so I've watched some videos of you and it looks like you're having a ball in training.
Oh my gosh,
That
just so much
that
fun.
everybody's joking with each other, everybody's having a good time. Is that every day or is that just for video?
That's every day. We have the best time every day. I've never laughed so much in my life besides being around these people. Everyone's just always having the best time.
So now let's get into the nuts and bolts of things. You've been there since September.
Hmm.
What have you learned the most being with an in-person coach every day for the last 9 months?
Yeah. I've definitely learned that I have a lot more holes than I thought I did. I would say I'm a very well-rounded athlete, but the engine hole is something that I knew that I had, but it's definitely shown up a couple times where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is why I'm working with an in-person coach because he can see all these little things that I wasn't noticing training by myself. So it was helpful to be able to just have him right there and give me feedback immediately instead of waiting for him to comment on a video.
So I got to know, did you just catch an earbud?
Yeah, it fell on the ground. I might have to. Can I disconnect my earphones here? They
Uh,
keep falling out.
I have that problem too. Like I'm catching them like in mid thing. Because I can't find ones that fit my ears right.
Yes, that is my problem too. Let's see.
You can try. If we get an echo though, it may. So sometimes it'll pick up my mic on your mic.
Okay, you know what? Let me grab this earbud that I dropped. Where'd it go? There we go. I'll keep these in then.
Yeah, I'm going to tighten mine while you. There we go. But I was going to say your reflexes are really good because it
Well,
fell
I
and you were
missed the
like,
catch.
but you were right there for it.
Yeah, I was ready. I was prepared.
Yeah. So has the last 9 months been just about building the engine?
Yes, so that is what we've been focusing on. Definitely, especially going into semifinal training, that's been the main focus. And if I have like an extra 2% that I could put somewhere, it's going into my conditioning. But I'm still somehow getting stronger and confuses me because I've been doing so much conditioning. I'm like, I should not be getting stronger at this point, but obviously I'm not going to complain. Love to lift some heavy barbells, but working on that conditioning has been a big thing for me.
So how old are you?
I'm 20.
Well, you're still growing. That's why you're getting stronger.
Yes, that is true.
Dang, 20.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You're the next up and comer at Underdogs. Like it's just they keep producing them.
Yes, they know how to pick them, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness. So you're building the engine and you're so young. Like you have time to do that.
Yeah.
You're going into your first ever semifinal. You've done
Mhm.
one big in-person competition. So this will be your second. What are your expectations going into the semis this year?
Um, I'd love to say that I'm not putting expectations on myself, but that's just not realistic. I definitely, my biggest expectation is just going through the week and putting my best effort forward and not focusing so much on the result as much as what I'm learning from the experience. Cause I know that I'm going to go out there and make mistakes and things are going to happen. And to be able to overcome that and still like get through the weekend with a smile on my face and having fun is definitely the main goal.
Yeah, just don't forget to soak it in. Like
Yeah.
at 20 years old, this is a huge accomplishment and you've earned it. And you need to soak in that you're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So don't forget to do that because it's an amazing accomplishment that you should cherish and remember the rest of your life.
Yes. Yeah. That's going to be the goal, making it just a fun, enjoyable experience that I can look back on and be like, that was a fun time. And I'll look forward to doing it again the next year.
And kick butt, of course,
Of course. Of course.
but soak it in as well.
Yes.
Right. And so Wad Zombie asks a question. Does she have an athlete that she idolizes or tries to use as inspiration?
So I do not have a specific athlete that I look up to like that. I mean, I definitely look up to all those top athletes and I'm inspired by all of them. But I think the main goal for me in CrossFit is to be the best me that I can be and not try to be somebody else or idolize somebody else because I know that's not going to get me where I need to be.
You are very strong. You work out in the same gym with Alex Kazan.
Yes.
Who is really strong.
Really strong.
Do you ever find yourself competing? Or
Absolutely.
do you have to say, stay in your own lane, stay in your own lane?
So I just since we started semifinal training, I definitely started working out with Alex a lot more. And I need to kind of put my focus on like she is one of the best in the world. Like I'm not going to be beating her in workouts, but lifting wise, we're the same strength on like Olympic lifting. So it's really cool to be able to lift with her and share a barbell with her. I'm sharing a barbell with a games athlete lifting the same weight. So that's really cool. And she's just such an inspiration and such a good mentor in the gym. And I'm so grateful that I have her.
So Kenneth asks, did you compete at Zalos? But that would have been just about when you moved there, right?
Yes, so I did not do the in-person Zalos games, but I did the online RX Zalos games. That was very fun. Loved all those workouts.
And also, Wad Zombie says, to your answer to his question, damn good answer.
Thank you.
So now you're just going to soak it in. You said earlier in the show that you found CrossFit through your church.
Yes.
So how important is faith in your life?
It's very important. I try to make it to church every Sunday. Obviously, things come up, but that is a priority of mine to get there every Sunday and to stay in my Bible and just stay present, especially while I'm living out here by myself. It's hard to have that support system that I had back at home, but I'm definitely navigating and learning how to make my faith my own.
And was this something you grew up with and instilled
Yeah.
from your parents?
Yes, I grew up in a church and everything.
Yeah. It's good to have that rock, right?
Yes, 100%, especially being out here by myself for the first time. That's what's gotten me through.
So were you 20 when you moved? Or were you
Yes, yeah.
19? 20.
I was 20. I just turned 20 when I moved.
Man, that's such a big move at 20.
It really was, but honestly, best decision that I've made.
And did you pray a lot during that time to make sure that it was the right thing for you and that you were going to make it through that transition?
Yes, that I prayed a lot during that time, and there were just sign after sign that was telling me like this is what you should be doing, this is where you need to be. And so I like moving out here, obviously you have those reserves and stuff, but I was very confident like this is what I should be doing.
Do you think that you can use this platform to share your faith?
Yes, I definitely think I can. And as I'm growing my Instagram following and everything, I want to share that a little bit more and put it out there. I think I've been a little bit reserved on sharing my faith, but it's definitely really important to me. So I want to share that and put it out there.
Yeah, from personal experience, like I have this platform, and as a Christian, I want to use it to share my faith,
Yeah.
but it's there's some navigation that goes on there. And
Absolutely.
it's not as easy as one would think. But I'm
Hmm.
trying to get better at it. And I'm not 20 anymore. I'm 53 and I still have trouble figuring all this out.
Yeah.
Um, so I commend you for that effort and hope that you can find that navigation to do what you need to do.
Thank you.
Well, I want to wish you all the luck in Pasadena.
I appreciate
I'm going to
that.
be there and I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yes.
Um, and hopefully we'll get some sound bites from you there. But I want you to have the most fun you've ever had at a competition and put your best foot forward. And I'm excited to see where this career goes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And for everybody in the chat, thank you so much for participating. You guys are the best. And we'll see everybody next time on the Clydesdale Media Podcast.